Usually have to dodge traps and fight spiders to see this much old elven stuff. Talk to Isabella if you want to sell any of it. She'll get you a good deal.
Spoken like a veteran treasure hunter.
Yep, for gold and glory. The lords make runs no one else can. Isabella's undies would catch fire if she saw all this.
Ela.
So why do the Lords of Fortune care enough about dragons to have a dedicated dragon hunter?
Lots of great old crap ends up in dragon hordes.
Why do dragons care about gathering treasure? It's not like they go to the market.
Dragons like metals and gems. Anything glittery catches their eye.
So they're like really large magpies?
Kinda. And they live for centuries. Lots of time to gather a bunch of shiny crap. Plus all the gear carried by idiots who thought they could kill a dragon.
Bet you deal with a lot of nasty traps during those treasure hunts.
Yep.
What's the most complicated one you've dealt with?
Old elven armory. Had letters on tiles. Probably supposed to spell out the name of a god or something.
Probably?
I don't read elven. Found handholds in the ceiling and swung across.
Well, that sounds more like a puzzle than a trap.
Ugh. Puzzles.
Cadê? Eu odeio enigmas. Eu nunca passeio. Também não gosto.
See, I like some puzzles, but not when they're just thrown in.
Right?
I ran into one while traveling with Varric. It was one of those who sits in which seat things.
Ugh. Where the guy with an axe has to sit to the left of the guy who likes brandy?
Oh, exactly. Who cares that much about seating arrangements? Why is that controlling the lock on an ancient treasure chest?
It's Vashidon. Just pick a chair.
I'd appreciate it if you avoided fencing any of the elven artifacts unless Balara tells you it's okay.
Don't worry about that. The Lords of Fortune aren't thieves.
Most of us shadow dragons are wanted for worse than theft. But if some lords are in it for themselves?
Nah. Anything we hunt is salvage. Old forgotten ruins and crap. And we make sure we're not screwing over a culture that lost it. That's what my mother does with the Kunari stuff.
So your mother appraises Kunari artifacts the Lords of Fortune find?
Yeah. She tells them how rare something is. How much it might be worth. Also tells them if they found something cultural.
Cultural?
You know, important. Stuff you don't want going to some rich noble's collection. The lords send that stuff back to the Kunari in Parvalin. They pay the lords a finder's fee.
Just a finder's fee?
Yep.
But the lords at the top could be charging anything for these artifacts, and you wouldn't know.
I know what happened to the last lord who bled a contact. That's enough. The lords are good people. They helped my mother when she came here from Kantar. She got here with nothing but me and the clothes on her back. Only skill she had was Kunari history. The lords gave her work.
How does the Ravani Royal Guard feel about the Lords of Fortune?
They used to complain about us. But that was before the Antam invaded Ravane.
And now, Ravane sees the benefits of having a bunch of heavily armed people on their side.
Same for the Pirate Armada. It's bigger than Ravane's official navy. But we're also helping save old artifacts. The Antam are burning ruins as they move south. We get artifacts out before the Antam destroy them. Magical stuff. Cultural stuff. Stuff you don't want to lose.
Get some rest. We'll be in the thick of it soon enough.
Okay, I was gonna go back to Ravane later. Got a thing to do for my mother. You can come along, if you want.
Do I need to be ready for combat? Or traps?
Nah.
Alright. Just let me know when.
Treviso's not ready to deal with the Blight. I know we had to make a choice when there weren't any good ones. Still can't imagine what Lucanus is going through.
Amiga, que tanto de quadro é esse aqui?
You're up late.
You're awake to notice.
Can't sleep? I know. I'm awake to ask.
I sleep when I can get it. And this place, it's too quiet for that.
Have you tried tea?
You think that works?
It does if you believe. Okay. What works then? How do you sleep?
I don't know. Chase the right bastard through the wrong ritual? It'll knock you right out. Of course, you might wake up with a new accessory.
Did you get the bastard?
Yeah, I got him. It's not the quiet. I never could sleep once work gets in my head. But what's got you up at night?
Same. Can't sit still, can't stop thinking about everything.
There's always something to chase. Restlessness catches. Get one person in a room nervous, the whole place twitches. One person can't sleep. It's only getting later. Get out while you can.
You ever follow your own advice?
Never the good stuff.
Rook, I was thinking of taking Hassan for a walk. He could use the exercise. Chance to stretch his wings. Thought you'd like to come along.
Come on. Hello?
Did I see you writing a message to the Inquisition? What's that about?
You know, Varric and I were part of the Inquisition, right? I'm trying to get news about the South. But Charter hasn't replied to any of my messages. I'm trying not to worry about what's happening there, but... No, it's probably fine. Charter's just busy. She's always busy.
Charter... who's that?
She's the Inquisition's spy master. Or she would be, if there was still an Inquisition. I suppose she just works for the Inquisitor now?
Charter? Ué, mas Liliana... Eles trocaram, né? Porque eles nem perguntam pra você quem é divina no seu jogo. Ai, que ódio, mano.
I haven't heard much about the Inquisition in years.
Oh, that's intentional. When the breach was open, we needed a large group to stop Southern Thedas from falling into chaos. It's changed in the years since. We're a smaller force working underground to keep an eye on things going on in the world.
Why isn't she here? We could use a hand.
Charter entrusted the search for Solus to Varric, to us. The world's large and she's got many things to deal with.
So how long were you with the Inquisition? 10 years?
Something like that. Why?
You must know the Inquisitor.
Well, yeah, we worked together. I wasn't part of the Inquisitor's inner circle, though. I spent more time with the ordinary people, the ones you didn't hear about.
And the Inquisitor's advisors? What about them?
Of all of them, I'd say Josephine is my favorite. She's lovely. She still sends me a box of handmade sweets from Val Royeaux every year on my name day. Cullen and I got along too, but he was always busy. He would have bad days from lyrium withdrawal sometimes, and I would share the tea that my ma sent. He's from Ferelden too. Maybe it reminded him of home.
What about Leliana? I heard she's intense.
I think she likes to cultivate that reputation. She's not nearly as terrifying as she sounds. Oh, I passed her in the Great Hall one day, and she suddenly turned and asked me if I wanted a nug.
A nug? Those small pink rodent things? What for?
She loved them and made a hobby of breeding them as pets.
So did you take the nug?
No! What am I gonna do with a nug?
Ai, a favorita dela era Josie.
But you did know people from the Inquisitors Inner Circle, didn't you?
I knew them, sure, but those early days, all I wanted was to prove myself and not get in anyone's way. Some of them were more approachable than others. Sarah was a puppy with a new toy. 100 new toys. Fun, if you can handle the mess. She was really the only one who could make Rainier, well, Blackwall then, let down his guard. Otherwise, he kept to himself and stuck to the stables. We'd talk when I visited the horses. And there was Cole, of course.
The spirit boy?
Yep. I was just sitting on the walls one day, and he asked if he could join my game.
Like a card game?
Nah, just good old people watching. Must have seemed like a game to him somehow. We'd pick strangers out of the crowd and try to say something about them. Like, ooh, she heard the joke yesterday and she's still trying not to laugh. Or one of Cole's. His eyes remind her of the ones beneath her bed.
Okay, that's just a creepy thing to say.
Cole was like that. Weird, wonderful, and occasionally a little bit creepy.
Wasn't Cole an empath? He must have been great at this game.
Ah, but the rule was you couldn't say anything you actually knew. He got it in the end. I think.
So you didn't ask him if he guessed right?
Well, being right wasn't the point. Making a habit of seeing people was. I think he liked that. It's why you don't miss.
So tell me about these ordinary Inquisition members I haven't heard about.
The Inquisition hired hundreds, and most of them weren't Magisters or Ben Hasrith or the left hand of the Divine. There were scouts and stable hands, carpenters and cooks and quartermasters, even 2 dedicated pastry chefs. Most of them volunteered, like me. We wanted to help in whatever small way we could.
Oi, Mario. Oi, Shib-san. O jogão tá bonito, gente. Ai, e eu, assim, tô amando ouvir ela hablando e hablando, porque ela tá falando da Inquisição, né? Que é o jogo passado. Ai, gente. Dá, cara, meu coração. Ai.
It wasn't as bad where I was, but I remember the demons spitting sky holes.
Nothing like demon-spitting sky holes to bring people together, huh? I made friends. Rector, Faulkner, others.
Rector, Faulkner...
Liliana gave all her agents pseudonyms.
Right, like Charter.
Well, Charter's Charter, but when the other 2 and I were together, we were just Lace, Wilbur, and Katya.
Do you miss it? The Inquisition, I mean.
It's hard to miss an organization. They're only as good as their people, don't you think? But I do miss my friends. We write each other, but it's not the same. And the Inquisition is different from what we've built here. Not better or worse, just different. It's special when you're among people working toward the same goal.
Not everyone. There was Solus. What did you really think of him back then?
Lonely. He always seemed lonely. It's hard not to be when you hold yourself above everyone else.
Ele é um imbecil.
You mean it's hard not to be lonely when you're a pompous ass?
Something like that.
You can say it, you know. Try it out. Solus is a pompous ass.
Maybe he is, but I can still feel sorry for him, can't I? Anyway, I'm sure something out there's on fire, and here I am rambling about the past. I should let you go. Talk later?
Cara, gente, são muitas coisas acontecendo num período curto aqui que minha mente, ela tá assim, em choque, né? Porra, primeiro de tudo, cara, onde está a Isabela e como eu posso fazer para poder vê-la de novo? Momento. Onde é que a Tashi tá? Ah, ali em cima, ó. Isso aqui tava bloqueado. Alô?
Hey, you heard of the Hall of Valor? It's a fighting arena with the lords.
Interesting.
Just tell me when you're ready.
Assim. Aí, ó, é isso que eu não aguento. Como assim? Tá entendendo? O NPC joga uma informação e just tell me when you're ready. Minha querida, o que você tá falando? Ei, Tashi, estamos tentando levar suprimentos para os corvos em entrevistas, mas os corvos que deveriam pegar os suprimentos aqui em Rivey nunca se apresentaram. Se você e suas novas amizades coladas tiverem tempo, poderiam dar uma olhada? Posso, minha querida. Pra você, posso tudo. Mas eu quero saber o seguinte. A Tashi falou, veja com a Isabela. Então, assim... Mundo... Eu vou lá, só pra checar. Não, pô, aí tá vendo aqui é só mesmo a coisinha. Não, mas peraí, vamos fazer isso aqui, ó. Ah, agora eu vou conseguir.
Let's see.
The Dreadwolf turns up everywhere, doesn't he?
Ravane is on pretty good terms with the Dalish clans. We get elven stuff here and there.
Pois é. O homem é famoso. Eu detesto ficar de guarda aqui. Tops não acredita em mim, mas juro que os olhos do estátua ficam me seguindo à noite. Por que construir um castelo ao redor daquela coisa afinal? Posso ser um elfo da cidade de Valroel, mas ainda reconheço o lobo temido quando vejo.
So, your mom wanted you to lay low, and now you're with us.
And because I wanted to be here.
Then it looks like we pleased everyone. Isn't that novel?
Yep. It's great.
E olha lá, galera, ó. Bora.
Got us at a distance.
Porra, tô de brincadeira, né, meu?
Not too bad. Under fire. Watch it.
Filha da puta!
We're under fire. Look out. Good. Got us in range.
Viago, como você disse que já tinha armas, enviamos principalmente suprimentos alquímicos. Isso deve dar o que você precisa para aquelas armadilhas adoráveis que tem armado para suas novas amizades em Treviso. Você pode enviar sua equipe para o local de entrega combinado.
These are the crows that were supposed to be picking up supplies.
Looks like they were ambushed.
Tá, acho que eu entendi errado. I lost myself. Será que isso aqui detona isso aqui? É sobre... I lost myself. Ah não, pô, eu já vi esse bilhete. E olha lá.
On the right side.
Não, mas vambora, pô.
Here we go.
Tinha os malucos aí, não tamo... Nosso problema é pra lá, ó.
You were there when the gods escaped.
Sure was.
What was it like?
Strange, chaotic. Stuff of nightmares that stick too long.
It's messed up.
Yeah.
já. Já fui pra ali, já.
Look at those waterfalls. It's like every drawing of...
As pessoas bás daqui tentam ajudar as pessoas bás de Treviso. Não vou permitir que o carniceiro reclame que estou atrapalhando os esforços dele. A Ghilanane não recompensa o fracasso. Encontre os corvos e estes suprimentos e os levem ao forte da guarda. Entregaremos ambos ao carniceiro para mostrar que os Antan que servem a Penchanek são dignos de grandeza.
Looks like the Antom got the supplies that were meant for the crows. We need to get those supplies back and pay back the Antom.
All right.
Tá certo, minha linda. Mas e... O que é isso?
I'm on it.
Ó, tem um bagulho ali, ó. Ah. Que isso?
Well, there's a fancy trick.
Tosh, see what you can do.
Sure.
Meus queridos, vai lá saber o que isso aqui significa, hein?
Another of those Fen Harel altars.
Não? Calma. O que tem aqui? Ó, tem um aqui.
Some kind of puzzle with torches or fires or something. Make a treasure out of it.
Onde é que tá o outro? Tá na puta que pariu, pô.
Yep.
Talvez tenha uma ordem, né? Mas então tem outro, pô, porque... Esse maluco tá gritando aqui, pô.
Eyes up.
Made it through that one.
Tá o bagulho. Ali, ó. Ué. Como é que nós entra ali, minhas lindas? What the hell is this?
Hey, Nev. Let me know if you need help on ladders.
Ladders?
Your leg thing? One of the lords. Fenced, he lost a hand. Climbing ladders hurt his shoulder after. He told us eventually. And we helped him on the ladders. Your foot's got a hook shape. It might get caught.
My work leads strange places. If ladders have my number, I'd be out by now, but thanks for asking. Although, your horns have a hook shape. You worry about them getting caught?
Shit. I do now.
Conversinha mole aí atrás, hein? Vocês duas. Ah! Não, não. Não era não, minha querida. Tá? Aguenta aí. onde que vem. Certo. Porra, vai tomar no cu, mano. Deve ter alguma coisa aqui indicando o foguinho, não? Alguma pintura? Não, ali só tem o dos bonequinhos. Ah, vamos sair acendendo, né, pô? Só pra ver. É sobre. Não faço a mínima ideia do que aconteceu. Mas é isso. Tá lá. Olha lá os bichos lá. O que eu fiz? Tem um ponto. Joga uma bomba de cerco. Tá. Pô, eu achei que... Qual que é que, tipo... Será que eu... Tinha um que era tipo bastião. Eu tô ficando maluca mesmo, mano. Sopro de dragão. 133. Aplica esgotamento. Ok.
Watch yourself. Trouble coming. Come on!
Do nada apareceu um carinha atrás, pô. Que isso, meu? O espírito ali. Uma outra coisa. Shinigamizeira. Obrigada por ser do Porta. Bem-vindo. Penchanek.
Good. Needed some action.
Let's finish this.
Jesus. Não.
Behind you. Watch it.
Come on, get your head in the fight.
Time to finish it.
Eu quero acabar. Peraí.
End it.
Out of the range. Watch it. Go, Rook.
Isso, aí agora só sobrou ele.
Got you covered.
Hey, they had one of the crows prisoner. She's still alive.
The Antom kept me alive so they could use me to trick Ravain into sending more supplies. I didn't think anyone was coming.
The Lords of Fortune wouldn't abandon you. It's the least we could do for the crows.
Thank you for your timely arrival. I'll get the supplies to Treviso and pay back the Antom there.
Agora, o que é isso ali? Vamos lá.
Okay.
I'll need a wisp.
I need o quê? A wisp? Não, aqui eu vou voltar lá pra... ó, lá pro lugar onde... Não sei exatamente pra onde vai ir. Poxa vida. Ah não, eu já vi isso daqui também. Onde esta porra desse esqueleto foi?
Hey, Vince can help you if you ever need someone on locks. I'll ask him if you want. He likes me.
Sure he does. You're not bad to work with.
I'm not?
When you lose a limb, you have a metal leg or a hook for a hand, some things get harder. But you ask for help with one thing, and people think you can't do anything.
That's Vashadan. No one can go toe-to-toe with you in magic.
Thanks for noticing. Not everyone does.
Anyway, Bence doesn't have a hook. He's got a set of lockpicks.
No wonder ladders give him trouble.
Tá. Depois eu vejo isso, eu quero recrutar o último que falta, o menino. O coisinha. Quem que eu vou levar comigo? Ele é um mago, né? Vou levar o Devem.
This is it. But no sign of the professor.
I hope he's here and that he doesn't mind us disturbing him. He is a senior necromancer. I don't... Oh!
Visitors! What a marvelous surprise! Any trouble with the lift? Our last guests were stuck for hours. Poor souls. Oh. Professor Emmerich Volkaren of the Morn Watch.
Hello, Professor. We've never met, well, in person, but I've been writing to you.
Belara, my dear girl. What a pleasure. Surely you didn't come all this way just to see me.
Actually, we did. You see, we need a Fade expert.
I'm Rook.
Charmed.
Pode pergunta se você está morto ou não.
I didn't expect such a warm welcome. Considering.
Please, don't be put off. The workforce is perfectly harmless. I'd be pleased to continue our conversation after I tend to some small business here. I must investigate. Would you two mind accompanying me further into the shrouded halls?
Toward that screaming?
Something's gone awry in this part of the necropolis, Rook. The dead stir more easily than they should.
Fofoque? Esse caminho aqui, meu querido. Pera aí, rapidão.
What's that ahead?
Strange. These halls should be under the protection of the bell.
Is that a despair demon?
Fascinating, isn't it? They shouldn't be able to breach the shrouded halls at all.
Take your word for it. What? Where'd everyone go?
Strike them down! It's vital we discover why that spirit manifested here.
Lead the way, Professor.
Caralho, what the hell? Uma galera de nevar é bizarro, meu Deus do céu.
Someone's barred the door and chained the sunken star.
There's undead here.
We may need to defend ourselves depending on their condition.
Haven't fought undead in a while.
No reaching you. They're mindless.
I thought you could control them.
I'm afraid sometimes the weaker dead work themselves into frenzies. Poor things.
On your right.
Well struck, Rook.
Nice move.
I must free that bell.
Need some help?
Thank you. The star, the bell, can banish these despair spirits if we unchain it.
Peraí, tem um negócio aqui, meu querido. Aí.
We'll need a wisp to unseal the doors leading out. Could you please find one and bring it here?
Okay. How?
Give your greetings, and the wisp will follow.
What the hell is a wisp? É aquilo ali?
Hello.
Wisps are the simplest of spirits, but quite helpful. Bring the wisp here, and we can unseal the doors.
Doors open. Where to now?
This should lead us to the upper chambers, where we can free the bell. There's someone I'd like to consult with on the way.
So, Professor,
Just Emery, please.
you weren't that surprised we need a Fade expert.
The spirits talk. Even the simplest have been clamoring about chaos in the Fade. Someone coming to consult wasn't an if, so much as a when.
Coming at range. Way to fight, Brooke. Full aim. Trouble behind you.
They're attacking from afar!
That's been sorted. It's freezing. What kind of magic is this?
Echoes of the despair spirits, misery devouring itself. We should keep our distance. If provoked, these manifestations will shatter.
Ah, tá. Pra voltar.
This is locked too. And I didn't see any wisps around.
Then I shall call for aid.
Ih, aqui não dá pra passar.
They've answered. We'll need to guide the wisps who've just arrived to the door.
Those wisps really came just because you asked.
They care for us, Rook. Our ever-loyal friends amongst the dead.
Can't do this without a wisp.
Tá merda.
Here's our second wisp.
Just waiting for us. Almost polite.
I assure you,
Tava
good
bom
Warden,
demais pra ser
not everything
verdade.
in the necropolis is as hostile as despair.
Take your word for it.
Cadê o último?
More of that, Brooks. Get them now, Rook.
A solid hit!
Mas cadê o... Ah, tá lá embaixo. Pô, brincou, hein?
There's the last wisp.
Good. Let's return to the door. Well done. Pass these chains. We'll find some assistance with reaching the bell. Despair is far more pervasive than before. We must stop who's ever drawing these spirits here, Rook.
You think a person's behind all the despair demons?
Mortals are their prime attraction. Is everyone intact? strange. This door shouldn't be here.
Shouldn't it?
The necropolis rearranges itself every so often.
Ok.
Trouble ahead. Coming at range!
They're firing! They attack from a distance!
We're clear.
Bitch. Porra. Tá bom.
How do we get rid of all these despair demons?
Their source is near the bell you saw earlier. Ringing it will banish them, but we must find who lured them there in the first place. Tell me, Rook, where are you from?
I grew up in Tevinter.
Our cousins in Magecraft to the north. You must tell me about your journeys once we're above ground. Here we are. This is where we'll learn who summoned these despair spirits.
Aham,
But
deixa eu
how?
só ir ali primeiro,
You
meu
must
querido.
open yourself to possibilities while in the necropolis. Would you mind lighting those braziers, Rook?
Would you kindly...
This should unseal our final path to the bell. It's best we unchain it quickly.
What's this magic bell do exactly?
The sunken star will drive away despair. Any malicious spirit that hears the tolling of the bell will be banished to the Fae.
Ring the bell, dead demons. Got it.
It also holds great significance on some of our equinoctial rituals.
You already sold me.
Excellent. Approach the body and we'll begin. By seal and flame, who brought despair in our midst? Despair! Who brought it here? The Venatori. Of course. This way, please.
What did you just do?
The colloquial term is corpse whispering, a gift that manifested with my magic.
Gift is one word for it.
Honestly, I've no idea how the other Watchers navigate the necropolis without it.
Shh. I think I hear someone.
This map is useless. We wasted 3 slaves in those traps. If that Hand of Glory burns down...
So don't dawdle!
We found those Venatori.
End them now!
Not bad, bro. Shadow dragon.
Filho da puta. Maluco tá com escudo de delírio. Na moral.
Done.
Set that one up!
Nice move, Roman.
This cannot be.
Fight on!
I made that one ready! Under fire! Good work!
Finish them all.
Quickly!
What are the Venatori after? Gold? Artifacts?
Raw magic. Their first envoys were obsessed with gathering power for some new master.
Ah, I'll fill you in on them later.
Ah, tá.
Down one more to spare, demon. That's the last of them.
I see someone by the crates.
I don't think they're Venatori. This looks interesting.
A spirit lab? I didn't know they'd learned to make miniature ones in Tevinter.
Hello? Did the Venatori bring you here?
They said I'd spilled the wine too many times. That I'd be a better sacrifice than slave.
You are in Navarra, sir. There are no slaves on our soil. Please remain here. After we've seen to the rest of the Venatori, I'll send for someone to escort you above.
Oh, all right.
Those Venatori.
Fui até as câmaras superiores para investigar o barulho. Se eu tiver sorte, é só mais um daqueles cadáveres nevarranos que ficam se arrastando. Que cena! Joguem o meu corpo no fogo, como fazemos no resto do mundo civilizado.
The Watchers will shelter him. We'll inquire if he has any family in Minrathous.
I know people in Minrathous who would help with that. Just say the word.
Thank you. We'd welcome the assistance. As for the Venatori, what remains of them will be put to work.
Meu, eu estou com 0 de vida. Ah, tá. Achei que ia abrir para uma sala de
The Sunken
boss.
Star can help us if we break the Venatori's chains.
Right.
É, mas a música é de boss, então é sobre.
There's one chain.
Excellent.
Guests! Kill them all, but save the limbs!
Got it.
É o seguinte, meu querido. Dá um taunt aí no pessoal.
We die for the gods.
Take him out!
Na moral, cara. Bitch!
I'm ready, Rook.
Fired upon!
Time to finish this room.
Pega ele! Vambora!
One for us.
That's the last chain.
We must return to the lower level to ring the bell.
O que tem que fazer? Aqui vai dar merda aqui, certeza. Pera, deixa eu até já vir aqui. Sair pegando essas paradinhas aqui. Perfeito. Vai. Fala.
Be ready. The ritual to wake the bell will draw Despair's attention.
And any more Venatori.
I'll need you to keep them occupied while I work.
the Venatori.
Our power is unquestioned.
In we go!
Eita!
This defiance.
O que seria isso aqui?
The bell is slowly wakening, but we must fight a little longer.
Venatori brought demons.
Não. Não vale a pena.
Ready again.
Morre, desgraçado.
You're halfway there.
Passei no meio do bagulho. Ai.
We got a rage demon.
Hold fast.
Oh, ridículo. What? Meus caros. Não funciona nada.
Finish them off.
Finish them off, meu filho.
Taking fire.
Rook, watch yourself!
Move quickly.
Dá licença.
Emmerich, now what?
Now the grand necropolis shows itself.
It worked. No more despair demons.
Pretty impressive.
Thank you, but come, let's ensure these cultists didn't leave anything dangerous behind. I'll ask our attendants to gather their bodies later, of course.
And this is a severed hand.
It can't be. A hand of glory? The Venatori should never have this. I must find out where it came from. Let me know when you'd like to return to the chambers above.
Let's get back to the lighthouse.
You can tell me why you've sought out a Fade expert on the way?
Eu acho que depois tem como vir aqui, né? Porque tem umas
I know
entradas
it's a
ali.
lot, but I swear we've seen the blighted elven gods ourselves.
It would explain recent Oniric disruptions.
At the least. The implications of what Rook's witnessed are... Ah, thank you, Manfred.
No one ever brings me tea after a slog through a haunted crypt.
My assistant, Manfred. Always thoughtful.
You spoke of danger to the Fade.
The elven gods plan to tear it wide open to get to the Blight. And they've already messed with it. Demons, tears in reality. Our team needs a Fade expert.
Many Watchers never depart Navarra. But with events so dire...
I'd be delighted to assist.
It has been many years since you left us.
Well, yes, but elven gods, ancient magics. I couldn't bear miss this. Besides, I've spent my life exploring the Fade and speaking to spirits. If Rook needs an expert, none are better qualified than I.
Only if your assistant's coming.
Manfred? But of course.
Welcome aboard.
Wonderful. I'll gather my things. Come, Manfred.
Mano, bizarro. Eles chamaram o Matt Mercer pra
The
ficar
Grand
fazendo
Necropolis was at peace again,
barulhinhos.
and Emmerich was off to a new adventure. But in Navarra, nothing stays down for long. The Venatori had unearthed something no one should have, and delivered it to the worst possible person. Emmerich's journey would soon bring him face to face with the gloaming lantern.
What? Agora
What the
sim, acho que todo
Venatori
mundo tá
ultimately
junto.
intended with their incursions into the necropolis worries me. Whether or not it was directed by the gods, the timing serves them well. Chaos, I fear, is their ally.
With this, Demeter's Crossing and the Blighted Dragons, and everything else we're all dealing with, feels like we're at war. A lot of little wars.
They want a war? We'll damn well give them one.
You need an army to fight a war, though. They've got two. The Venatori and Antom wasted no time allying themselves with the gods. Power at any cost.
So how do we fight back then?
We don't have an army, but we do have allies. Like the Veil Jumpers.
After Demeter's Crossing, it's personal for them.
The Shadow Dragons? I should have earned my way back into their good graces after we saved Minrathous.
Tarquin won't ever admit it, but he was impressed.
Also, Lady Morrigan requested a meeting at the Cobbled Swan in Minrathous.
Could she have found some trace of the gods?
Probably. Morrigan doesn't visit crowded taverns for fun.
I also heard from Grey Wardens out in the Hossberg wetlands, Antoine and Evka. Something strange is happening with the Blight there. I bet it involves the gods.
Any details on the Blight in the wetlands?
Antoine said he didn't write it down.
Why not?
Either he didn't trust someone else wouldn't read the note, or he didn't want us to panic.
The first warden didn't seem impressed the last time we met.
I heard he told you to piss up a rope.
Will he be in the wetlands?
I don't keep track, but he can't stop you from asking a few questions, if we're fast enough.
Gillinane has laid low since we hurt her dragon, but the Blight spreads rot wherever the gods go.
And no one's better at tracking Blight than Wardens.
Morrigan and those wardens feel like our best leads on finding the gods.
Are they really gods? Or just ancient mages? It's not clear.
They're gods. In their power and wrath, at least.
Lucanus, you're back.
I am.
Good to have you back. This is Professor Emmerich Volkarin, our Fade expert, and Tosh, our dragon hunter. They joined while you were away.
Hey.
Charmed.
Right. Not everyone has met. So, a dragon hunter. Treviso could have used you.
What's happening there?
It's just... people blame you for what happened to Treviso, Rook. But they did not have to make that choice, knowing what the gods are capable of. There was no recall. Still, It changes things. How could it not?
But you're back with us.
Yes, here to stay.
Pelo amor de Deus, cara, vou caçar sua turma. Eu, hein?
Good to have you back, whatever the circumstances. Everyone needs to be part of this. That's the only way we'll win.
After what they did to Treviso, I want these gods to fall. I don't see anyone else with a better chance than you. My blade's yours, until the end.
Great. Let's follow up on some leads.
I'll let Lady Morrigan know we're ready to meet.
I'll send word to Antoine and Evka. They're holed up in a town called Lavendel.
Everyone else should rest up. Be ready to move when I call.
Never easy, is it, kid?
What do you mean?
Making the big choices, then living with the consequences.
If I don't make the tough decisions, no one else will. So I live with the consequences.
And you don't blame anyone else for them. That's why I recruited you. Anyway, you've got a meeting with Morrigan to attend, and dealing with whatever the Wardens found. All this chatting is taking it out of me. Think I'll rest for a bit. Good work, Rook. You'll find your way through this. I know it.
Lucanis está insensibilizado. Após ver o ataque do dragão corrompido em Treviso, o Lucanis está mais autossuficiente, menos inclinado a confiar nas pessoas. Suas habilidades de dano aumentaram, mas ele não usará mais habilidades de suporte e o progresso do relacionamento será mais lento. Oh, shit. Então deve ser aí que é o problema, né? Pra galera aí que vai fazer romance com ele, né? Quem escolheu o outro. E agora... Agora esse é o arco Ed dele. Eu tava reclamando que ele não parecia ser Ed. Aí agora veio com tudo. Tem muita coisa pra fazer agora. Ó. Pelo amor de Deus. Tá bom. Salvar aqui do Jojo. $17 de joguinho. Mas hoje eu termino, viu, gente? Fico por aqui. Pronto. Eu fico por aqui. Talvez amanhã eu volte pra jogar mais Dragon Age. Mas tá bem legal. Eu até queria, assim, dentro de mim, queria jogar mais, mas eu tô cansada. Então, não vou brigar comigo mesma, não. Deitar, que é a melhor coisa que eu faço. Eu vou nessa, gente.